Welcome one and all, I'm Decoy. Today we're going to talk about mission bugs or quest related bugs. You know, the stupid things that prevent you from completing a quest. I wouldn't be surprised if you've ran into one yourself. There's quite a few of them out there. And a lot of people want to know, when is Bethesda going to address this issue? Because it sucks. You're trying to complete a mission, you run into a stupid problem, and you just can't knock that quest out, and it's bullcrap. Trust me, I get it. I ran into at least one of them so far. Wouldn't be surprised if I ran into another at some point. Now, one of the bigger problems here is, while we've had a couple patches since the game released, they really haven't focused heavily on the quest bugs yet. There's one that I can remember that they addressed an issue with, but the quest actually had multiple bugs in it. One of them being inaccessible doors. And while they addressed one issue, they did not fix the inaccessible doors problem. And I'm going to be honest, personally, I hate inaccessible doors. I don't think those should exist. Those should go the way of the dodo. Because, quite simply, they could fix that mission entirely by not making those doors inaccessible. Just make that not a thing. I don't even care. Take the doors completely off of the buildings. That'll fix your issue. There's no door that people are being blocked by. Awesome. Problem solved. Now, there may be a little bit more to that, but seriously, if the door's the problem, ditch the door. Let's move on to the next problem. Anyways, so yeah, there's a fair amount of different quest-related bugs outside of that one. Some of them range from one of the quest characters just not being visible, or, just not being where they're supposed to be. And I read somewhere where someone ran into an issue where they needed to talk to a quest-related person, but it put them, the marker for where that person was, outside the boundary of the area they were in. And it was literally impossible to get to that person. I haven't ran into that one myself, but honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. I know in previous Bethesda titles, I've ran into issues where a quest character just wasn't there for whatever reason. Or I actually ran into one at one point where the quest character died, which was different, kind of entertaining. But that mission was forever screwed, and I could not complete it. It was always stuck in my quest log. So all that being said, Bethesda hasn't really been focusing on addressing quest-related bugs. Their first and highest priority seemed to be, we gotta get rid of any of the money glitches in the game. We can't be having people glitch and get a crap ton of money. That'll ruin their single-player experience if they have money. Which, I don't know. It's kind of a silly thing to me. If people want to do glitches and get a crap ton of money, who cares? Let them. It's a single-player experience. Let them play it the way they want to play it. It doesn't affect anybody else except them. Let them have fun. But instead of, dealing with the more serious problems, we'll just deal with the money glitches, deal with a few other little things. Which, they have done a few nice things in their updates. But at the same time, quest bugs really should be at, the top of the priority list. Because it's literally making a part of the game unplayable. Which, the FOV slider, awesome. I know a crap ton of people wanted it. But that wasn't really an aspect of the game that prevented people from playing or completing something. Again, I get it. FOV slider, friggin' awesome. I'm sure a lot of you love it. But realistically, in the tier of things that need addressed, one of the highest ones should always be fix quest-related issues. Now, we do have another patch coming up soon. Not really sure when that's happening. With my luck, it'll probably show up the same day I post this video, but you never know. But that patch is focusing more on DLSS support for NVIDIA and several other little things. There's not really any mention of fixing the Quest-related issues, which somehow doesn't surprise me, because looking back into, like, say, Oblivion and some of the Fallout games I've played, the games where I ran into the Quest-related issues, outside of having a mod to fix it, the only way I ever got to complete those quests was by doing a separate playthrough where I got lucky enough for the bug to not happen. So I'm sincerely hoping that Bethesda starts to shift focus in the near future to placing a higher priority on, we need to fix the things that are literally making our game broken. Now, for something that's going to sound a little weird, especially coming from the YouTuber standpoint, is I have a video out there where I tried to help address one of the Quest-related bugs. It was a partial workaround that would help you get past an inaccessible door issue, and it's not a perfect method. It'll work for some people, it won't work for others, for whatever reason. Again, it's not a perfect fix, but I put it out there just in the hopes that I could help somebody get past the same issue I ran into. And what really kills me is, even though I've made a little bit of money off that video, nothing friggin' crazy. If I'm lucky, I probably made 20 bucks. But I wish that video didn't exist. Much like I kind of wish this video didn't exist. I wish the quests just worked the way they were supposed to. I wish I wasn't sitting here rambling on about how this is a problem. It shouldn't be a problem. And to make matters a little weirder is, because I'm a little bit older of a gamer, I can remember back in the day when games, they didn't get updates after release or after launch. The game had to launch in a, workable state, a presentable state anyways. There was no crutch of, well, we'll just release it and we can fix it later. No, that wasn't an option. If you didn't release it in a presentable state, you released it as a bit of a buggy mess, whatever the case may be, you're pretty much screwed. At that point, everyone's going to go, well, you released a buggy mess and blah, blah, blah. Back then, if you ran into super buggy games, they were normally getting fairly low scores and that sort of thing. And nowadays, it's kind of all shifted to, well, we accept things in a bit of a buggy state because that's just the way things are nowadays. They push it out, let's get the money out of the consumers, and they'll fix it later, maybe. But they've already got your money. So, I don't know. Maybe they fix it, maybe they don't. That's more looking at the gaming industry as a whole, actually. Not specifically Starfield, but that does seem to be the way things are going. The path we're heading down. Screw it. Just release it. We'll fix it later, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird being an older gamer and seeing how things progress. But either way, I think that's about where I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll tell you what, if you've run into any crazy Quest-related bugs, hop down in the comments and let me know. Because maybe if I haven't done those yet, I can track them down and see if I can figure out some sort of workaround. No promises there, but it'd be fun to at least try it out. But again, that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as usual, please remember to like, sub, and share. Later.